Okay, so I purchased these books because, of course, of booktok. Hey guys, so welcome back to part 2 of books in my TBR. Okay, so again, they're a little bit dusty because I've had these for a while. So the way I'm showing the books is actually the way the order I will be reading them. So if you go back to my first video, those are probably the first few books I am going to read this year. The next books, I'm going to try to get them to this year. I don't know if that will happen, but let's get started. Okay, first book is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. This is it right here. Again, I don't remember the synopsis of any of these books, so we're just gonna go with my best guess of what is it about from what I remember, because again, I bought these a while ago. I believe this is an adult fantasy book. Yeah. Okay, so I purchased these books because, of course, of booktok. I also only bought them because synopsis caught my interest. So I didn't just buy them because they were popular on booktok. Next one is Wicked by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I'm guessing it's adult fantasy. Oh my gosh. Okay, Bridge Kingdom by Daniel Jensen. I've heard so much good things about this book, and a lot of people have come to love it after like reading ACOTAR, and they found that it's very similar. Not the story, but like I think the world of the Fae is very similar to ACOTAR. That's why a lot of ACOTAR fans love this. I think she just released a second book last year as well. But I'm really excited to get into this. It is, I believe, adult fantasy. Okay. Renegades. When I purchased this book, I didn't expect it to be this thick, and it's pretty thick. It's by Marissa Meyer, and it is, I believe, a YA fantasy. A Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire. I believe this is a adult romance. Might be wrong. So I purchased this book on Amazon. Do you guys see that? I was so disappointed and hurt. A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. Now, I know this is a Persephone and Hades retelling, I think. I might be wrong. Yes, it is. And it is an adult fantasy. I know it's known to be very spicy. So I'm excited to read it because I never read any kind of Greek mythology retelling. I'm pretty excited to get into this one. My favorite author of all time, Sarah J. Maas, Crescent City. Look how thick this is. It's huge. But it's okay, it's Sarah J. Maas. I'm just super excited to get into this book. Hopefully I'll get into it by this year. Second book to this duology is coming out, I believe, this month. I like to wait anyways hardcover books to come into paperback because I do prefer paperback, so I don't mind waiting. Okay, next one is Oana Out of Order by Margarita Montemore. This book was given to me by my friend back in the summer of 2021 as a grad gift. Don't know much about it, but I know it's her favorite, so we'll be getting into this one. I believe it is an adult fiction. Okay, Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I've been wanting this book for like a couple years now. I was just waiting for it to come into paperback because, again, I do prefer paperback. So I finally got it when it came out in paperback. Don't remember what it's about. I do know it's an adult fantasy though, and I know there's a second book out. So me as a reader, I won't buy the entire series or trilogy or duology till I read the first book and I land up liking it and wanting to continue on to the series. I feel like I just won't enjoy a series if I don't like the first book, and then it'll put me to a reading slump. Plus it'll be a waste of money if I end up not liking the series. Incendiary. Okay, let me just say, I think for like 2 years I was looking for this book at my local Barnes and Nobles, and every time I went I could have never found it, and finally I think like a year and a half after looking for it, I finally found it on the shelves I guess it was just so popular, like it was just constantly out of stock, and I finally got it. Sad to say, don't remember what this book is about, but I know it's a YA fantasy. Ooh. My receipt. King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Okay, so you guys may know from like, I think it was my first or second video, I mentioned that I love the Six of Crows duology, and I didn't like Shadow and Bone. So those who have read the Six of Crows duology, spoilers ahead, we know that Nina kind of wanders off to go and try to fulfill Titus's promise, right? And that's how the duology ended with her story. I know King of Scars follows her journey into it, but it also correlates with the Shadow and Bone trilogy, like the aftermath, I believe, of it. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hoping I'm not as confused without reading the full Shadow and Bone trilogy. I mean, I did good with the Six of Crows duology without reading the entire Shadow and Bone trilogy. So I'm hoping it won't be so confusing. I'm honestly here just to read about Nina's story and what happens, you know, after Crooked Kingdom, because Nina's my girl. Okay guys, that is all for my part 2 of my TBR. I know this was kind of quick, so sorry about that. I will see you guys in part 3.